Hey, I'm making this video for all of you guys who are plagued by debt collectors trying to collect a debt on you. But here's the truth that they do not want you to know. They don't want you to know that the FCRA is only half the battle. It's like 50%. The FDCPA is the other 50%. So what I want to do is I want to empower you guys to take control of your credit journey. You don't need nobody else. All you need is these laws, the FCRA plus the FDCPA. Man, you about to kill the game. You're gonna knock the credit bureaus out, and also you're gonna take care of those debt collectors. So what I want you to do is I want you to get ready for this game-changing piece of information I'm gonna drop today, and cue that hook. Alright y'all, so today's video is gonna be like a reoccurrence of the other video I made because I made it kind of long. And I know these long videos, man, be hard to understand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about one law and one law only, but it's not gonna have to deal with the FCRA, it's gonna be FDCPA. So this law is only for debt collectors. If you do not know what a debt collector is, then you just gotta study or watch the other videos. I will explain it later, but today's video, I'm going to tell you how to get a violation. And if you get a violation, all you got to do is screenshot it and send it over to me and let me take care of it from the rest of the way. Or I could just teach you how to handle it yourself. But without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen so I can show y'all how to catch, spot, and settle these violations from these debt collectors. And look, full transparency, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. All I'm doing is telling you what I did. All right, so if you get in some type of trouble, consult a consumer lawyer, okay? Just consult a consumer lawyer, tell them what happened, and if they take your case, fine, that's okay. But some of you guys are gonna be able to do this for yourself. All right, y'all, what's going on? So I know y'all came here for the information and for the knowledge, but what I wanna do is I wanna play a game. I want to play a game that's going to get all of us in the position where we want to be. If you want to play the game, just watch the rest of the video. It's called Catch the Violation, right? So this is going to be kind of interactive. I'm going to just make this a little bit different than everybody else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the law and I'm going to show you how to catch the violation. All right. So once you catch the violation, then you can just screenshot it over to me. You can hit me up on Instagram. So all you have to do is simply say what the law says to these people who are texting you. Now, if you're not getting text messages from these debt collectors, then you can't play this game. I'll come up with another game for y'all later. But for this specific game, what we're going to do is we're going to catch the debt collectors in a little violation. We know we always talking about setting the credit bureaus up, but the debt collectors, that's like a little different, all right? So once you catch them in the violation, you got one or two choices. You can reach out to me and let me take care of it, or you can go about it yourself and go get a consumer lawyer. And I'm gonna tell you what law we're going to use to catch them in the violation, all right? Let's go, it's gonna be so crazy. All right, so I got my iPad over here and I'm gonna see if I can help you guys. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen with my iPad and I'm gonna start circling and Xing stuff, and just follow along. We gotta make it a good time. All right, so first thing we need to understand where we at and what are we doing. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. Let me rewind. All right, cool. So Dave normally talks about the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? So 15 USC 1681 to 1681X. But what I'm going to talk about is the FDCPA. 1692 to 1692P. Now, disclosure, these laws are constantly updated. So what we learned in the military is if you do not go to the updated law, you get in trouble. In the military, if we perform maintenance or whatever on any type of equipment, if we don't read the new updated MRC, which is pretty much how you do the steps, then we'll get in trouble. So we keep that same energy on our civilian life as well. So, all right, so we're gonna go to Debt Collections Practices Act. All right, so we only talking about debt collectors, but we about to spot this violation. All right, so I'm going to go to C, communication in connection with a debt, collection. All right, so as you can see, 15 USC 1692, communication in connection with a debt collection. All right, so we about to spot this violation. Let's go. So what we're going to focus on is ceasing communication. Now I'm about to try to see if I can share my iPad so I can write on this thing for y'all. All right, y'all. So I think I'm gone, but this is my iPad, and let me see if I can write on this thing. Nope. All right, so this is my iPad. I got it up, and I'm about to start marking on it. So ceasing communication, right? So what we want to do is, if a debt collector texts us and we want them to cease communication, we have to understand this law. And the only thing that the debt collector can do after you cite this law is number 1, number 2, and number 3. The only thing they can do to you after you cease communication is to advise the consumer that the debt collector's further efforts are being terminated. If they let y'all know that the efforts are being terminated, they can do that. Or to notify the consumer that the debt collector or creditor may invoke special remedies which are ordinarily invoked by such debt collectors or creditors. All right, cool. So if they got special remedies for y'all, they can let y'all know, they can reach out. Or, where applicable, to notify the consumer that the debt collector or creditor intend to invoke special remedies. All right, cool. All right. If such notice from consumer is made by mail, notification shall be complete upon receipt. And all that means is, once they get it in the mail, all the notifications shall be completed when they get your communications back. All right, let's rewind. Cool. So how do we spot this violation? All right, so if a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay the debt. So we're gonna do this one right here. All right. We're not worried about the rest of it yet, okay? So if a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt, stop right there. Big boy pause. So if you let them know within writing that you refuse to pay the debt, then they gotta cease communication, right? They gotta cease communication and do either 1, 2, 3. Y'all follow me? All right, cool. Now, or, this is the biggest word. Or means you get to choose. All right, so you get to choose if you're gonna do cease communication or I refuse to pay this debt. Now, the reason we do I refuse to pay this debt is because if you say cease communication, they're gonna stop pretty much. But if you say I refuse to pay this debt, they might not stop. All right, so what we're doing is we're challenging the debt collector's knowledge pretty much, right? So if the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt. All right, so that means if you let them know to cease communication, they gotta stop. But let's go back. It says you can do that or this. Oh my God, my handwriting is bad. So you can do this part, or you can do this part right here, and I want y'all to follow along, or you can do this part right here. Let me change the color. Let's go back. All right, so ask me how I know they're gonna violate you. Because this right here is, okay, so now we're talking about the text message violation. All right, so this is the game. If you got a text message from this company or a company like it, you just simply say this phrase right here. I refuse to pay this debt. And I told you already, I even showed you the law. So once you say that, they're gonna auto respond. This right here is not the violation. After they text you, after this one, that is going to be your violation. And if you got that violation, like again, I want you to hit me up on Instagram, and I'm gonna put my Instagram and just send this right here in my inbox, and then we'll take care of you from there. All right. All right, y'all. So what I did was I successfully showed you guys how to spot a violation and get your items removed from your credit report with little to no work. So all I need for you to do is just do the work, and then you can watch either one of these videos right here, and then y'all can hit me up on the next one. All right. Y'all be safe out here in these credit repair streets, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.